Hey, good afternoon. This is Kelly Ramsey, and I'm checking in for just a moment. And I wanted to check in just to say that we have completed the launch pad. Hey, Sugar Poo, call me later. All right. But we have completed the launch pad, so I'm so excited. Let me take off these shades so you can see my eyes. So excited that we have, hi Sharika, we have completed the launch pad. 2 weeks, focused work, and we are ready to go forth. So if we've done all the steps and followed each part, you have goals set, you have a vision statement for your work, you have a word for the year, and you have an action plan list for your monthly oversight, your weekly, and your daily activations. All right, Sharika, give me a call. I'll call you. Oh, you're talking. Sorry, Yolanda's talking to you, Sharika. But you have all these pieces that we put together, and you have a vision board. That's what I meant to say. Not a vision statement, but a vision board. And so you have all the pieces to launch your success and your ideas and what God has called you to. And so one of the things, we have one more piece that I'm going to release this afternoon, later on this afternoon, but I wanted to share because as we were going forth and I was seeing all the activity and the numbers were growing and those that opened their emails was growing, and you stayed at about 55% of us, thanks for the hearts, 55% of us did the work and opened your email, read it. We even got a post from Ashley Pratt, her using her forms and her planning for the week, which was so exciting to see it. And so we were developing the momentum. And so that first week I was away. I was in San Diego at a training, lots of time to process and to do those things. The second week I was entering back home to my family life and having to squeeze in those moments and those times. So as I was doing it, I was watching your reactions. I was watching how many are posting, how many are reading the links. Lots and lots of reading, but not a lot of posts. And so recognizing, because by heart I'm a teacher, recognize different learning styles and teaching styles, I recognize right away that everybody's going to approach this work differently. So some of us can look at something, get it online. Others are going to need a face-to-face. So I'm creating that for you. So you have a survey that you're completing, and that's going to give me feedback on how everything went. Thanks for the hearts. And so as you're completing that survey, we'll use that as we're developing the next phases. But the good news is, if you're just tuning into Periscope, I'm Kelly Ramsey with Developing People in the We Connect Communities group, the Launchpad. And we just finished our first 2-week course online. And so if you're just tuning in and you're saying, man, I wish I would have been a part of that, well, you still can. So we're going to take a week to kind of rest and focus on the pieces that weren't completed and who needs to complete that. And then we're going to dive back in with a mentorship program. And so all you have to do is go to our website. It'll be up later on this afternoon on Developing People. Developpeople.org is the website, and then Developing People Inc. is on Facebook, or Kelly Ramsey. Either one of those places you can find us. And so you'll be able to tune into the mentoring. What the mentoring will provide is the same packet of information that we went over, but step-by-step guidance and a we'll probably, if you're in Oklahoma City, we'll do a face-to-face group meeting. And then if you're not in Oklahoma City, then you will have a conference call. We'll do a group conference call, and so you can plug in. And then each person will get 2 hours one-on-one that you can schedule with me to mentor. And so you can do that. Those that were a part of the original Launchpad group have a discounted rate, which will be in your email, and you can invite a friend to join you as well for a discounted rate. And so those are going to be opportunities. So I wanted to share, thanks Sharika, I wanted to share an experience I had as I was producing this and getting it ready. And as I was producing it, I was so excited. And then there was a point as I was creating my forms, I was like, man, I need to be using my forms to plan my work. And so I started using my forms to plan the work. and then scheduling it and getting it all done, because there's a lot of moving pieces as you're developing your work. And so I'm the visionary, and I was like, oh my God, this is a lot. Let me see how I'm going to do that. So as I was doing it, I was also, one thing that fuels me is I listen to Ebony L. Truss on Periscope. And if you haven't tuned into her, check her out. She's awesome. And she's doing 31 days mindset mastery. And she had, on this particular day, I was going through some things. Yeah, give her hearts. Her word was momentum. And so momentum is scary. So when you're progressing, when you haven't did anything, and then you start to put your vision to action, and it actually starts developing momentum, then you are in the midst of the momentum, and you pause and you ponder like, oh wow, this is happening. Like, it's really happening. People are logging in, people are using the forums, they're talking about the work, we're developing this momentum, and you're like, oh crap, I got to keep this going, right? And so what happened is that I started pausing and looking at the responses and thinking, well, did I give them too much? Are they taking it all in? Are they progressing? And instead of maybe posting and say, hey, how are you doing? Actually, I did that. I posted to say, just tell us where you are. Even if you're at the beginning stage, just tell us where you are. We got a few hits on that. But those few hits told me everybody will progress at a different rate. But it doesn't mean you stop the movement of the train and the motion, because now they've become accustomed to how you are producing and how you're looking for, and they will chime back in when they're ready to chime back in. And so at that moment, it was a couple of days, my days were a little bit off, and I said, I'm giving you time, and God was like, no, finish the work that I told you to do. And so I got back in there and posted some more information. The minute I posted the next piece, people chimed in. The numbers didn't come back up to like 55%. I think it was like at 47%, but it immediately went back up. And then it got higher. I think the lowest when it was a lull was like 29% that next day. So what that told me was that when people get used to something coming forth, they're expecting and waiting. People are waiting for you. People are waiting for your ideas. They're waiting for your vision. And so if you don't keep the momentum going, then you will lose people in the midst of that. Thanks for the hearts. And so keep the momentum going is what I want to tell you. So today, Sunday, is an awesome day. It's beautiful outside. I'm actually going to go drop off a little package for a dear friend to keep the momentum going. This week I plugged into a different community, and that community challenged us to love outrageously as Christ has loved us, to give that same love. So I created a little package of love. I think I want to duplicate this too. And so I wanted to come in, share that with you, let you know to look in your email box for the Launchpad members to see later on this afternoon for your last phase of our work. And if you've completed all of your steps, then you will be receiving a packet, an email packet, a PDF to download your full manual. And so you'll have those forms, you'll have everything in one complete package, which is really, really exciting. If you have not tuned in and you're just hearing about this, we still have space for you. So check us out again at Developing People on Facebook, Kelly Ramsey on Facebook, or developpeople.org. And we would love to have you a part of our community. Have an awesome Sunday, and I will talk to you later. And Yolanda, call me. Bye.